Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're exploring the compact crossover scene with the Hyundai Venue, a car that's all about affordability, tech features, and urban agility. If you're considering a used Venue, you're probably hooked on its stylish looks, efficient 1.6L engine, and handy features like Apple CarPlay and available AWD in some trims. It's great for city hopping or light adventures without breaking the bank. But before you gear up and grab the keys, there are some potential pitfalls to dodge to keep those repair costs from creeping up. In this video, I'm diving deep into used Hyundai Venue models. We'll hit the model years that could spell trouble, what breaks down as the miles pile on, and smart shopping strategies to land a reliable ride. Hang tight till the end for my best advice on choosing a winner. New here? Smash that subscribe button and hit the bell for more car tips. If this saves you from a headache, drop a thumbs up, it helps a ton. If you would like to see a particular vehicle model review, you can leave your request as a comment below this video. Let's jump in. So, what's the vibe with the Hyundai Venue? It's a subcompact SUV that punches above its weight with a peppy engine, flexible cargo space, and safety tech like forward collision avoidance. Perfect for daily commutes, parking in tight spots, or budget-friendly family use backed by Hyundai's solid warranty. But no car is perfect, some years have more gripes and mileage can uncover issues like transmission woes or electrical glitches. Let's break it all down. Here's what we're tackling today. The model years that might pinch your pocket. What to watch for as the mileage builds. Why the Venue is still a solid bet, with ways to skip the snags. Straight talk, no fluff, just tips to buy smart. Starting with model years. Not all Venue years are created equal. Some rack up more complaints based on owner reports and data. Here's the scoop on the riskier ones, pulled from reliability sources and forums. Let's start with the 2020 and 2021 Hyundai Venue. The early models. These have a higher chance of stalling and engine failure with a likelihood of 15 to 20%. Repairs can run from $1,500 to $3,000. Owners report random stalling or complete power loss, sometimes even at low speeds. Watch for engine revving without acceleration. And always check for smooth idling and scan for codes during a test drive. Transmission problems are also a concern, especially with the Intelligent Variable Transmission, or IVT. There's a 10 to 15% chance of issues like hesitation, jerking, or failure, sometimes with whistling noises or RPM spikes. Repairs can cost $2,000 to $4,000. Always inspect the service history for fluid changes and test shifts in different driving conditions. Seatbelt issues are another thing to watch for in these years. Faulty sensors can trigger alarms even when buckled, or pretensioners may be at risk in a crash. Likelihood is 10 to 15%, with repairs from $300 to $800. Always verify recall fixes with the VIN and test all seatbelts for proper function. Moving to the 2022 and 2023 Hyundai Venue, the mid-models. Some owners report steering pull or vibration, with a 10 to 15% chance. Repairs range from $500 to $1,200. The car may pull to one side or vibrate at low speeds, often due to alignment or strut issues. Test drive on straight roads and pay attention to any unusual feedback. Horn inoperability is another quirk. About 5 to 10% of these models have horn failures, often after exposure to water. Repairs are $200 to $500. Test the horn several times during your inspection to make sure it works reliably. Cabin noise and suspension roughness are also common, with a 10 to 15% likelihood. Repairs can cost $400 to $900. Expect more road noise or a bumpy ride over potholes and possible vibrations in the steering or pedals. Drive over uneven surfaces to get a feel for comfort. Now for the 2024 and 2025 Hyundai Venue, the latest models. Fuel pump malfunctions can occur, especially when the tank is low. There's a 5 to 10% chance, and repairs run $600 to $1,200. This can cause stalling or hard starts, so avoid running on empty and check for consistent starting. Electrical glitches are also possible, battery warnings, infotainment not responding, or random starting problems. Likelihood is 5 to 10%, with repairs from $300 to $700. Test all electronics including screens and lights before you buy. Finally, some owners mention the engine feels underpowered, especially when merging onto highways. This isn't a failure, but it's a common complaint, about 10 to 15%. Always test for adequate power in real-world driving before making your decision. Years are key, but mileage tells the full tale. Here's what might emerge as your Venue logs the miles. 0 to 50,000 miles, electrical issues are the most common, with a 5 to 10% likelihood. Expect repair costs between $200 and $600. Watch for battery discharge warnings or infotainment glitches early on. Make sure all systems work during a pre-buy check. Suspension roughness can also show up, with a 10 to 15% chance and repairs running $400 to $800. Bumpy rides are noticeable on rough roads, so check for vibrations over bumps. Between 50 and 100,000 miles, transmission wear becomes a concern. There's a 10 to 15% likelihood, and repairs can cost $2,000 to $4,000. Look out for jerking or hesitation in the IVT, especially if maintenance was skipped. Always inspect fluid and test shifts. Fuel system problems can also crop up, with a 5 to 10% chance and repair costs between $500 and $1,000. Pump issues may lead to stalling, so check for low fuel performance. From 100 to 150,000 miles, engine wear is a risk. There's a 10 to 15% likelihood, and repairs can run $1,500 to $3,500. Watch for oil consumption or failures if maintenance was neglected. Look for smoke or unusual noises. Steering and brake wear can also intensify, with a 5 to 10% chance and repairs costing $600 to $1,200. Look for pulling or vibrations and expect routine brake pad replacements. Over 150,000 miles, major repairs become more likely, 10 to 15% chance, with costs from $2,000 to over $5,000. This could mean transmission rebuilds, engine overhauls, or full suspension work. The good news, well-kept Venues can push past 200,000 miles. Good news, the Hyundai Venue scores well for a budget SUV, with RepairPal giving Hyundai a 4.0 out of 5.0 overall reliability rating, ranking it 4th out of 32 brands. Annual repair costs average around $400, below many competitors. With regular maintenance, it can hit 200,000 miles, especially 2021 to 2022 models, with the 1.6L engine. The 2021 and 2022 years shine for fewer complaints and high satisfaction. Maintenance matters, stick to oil changes, transmission checks, and electrical inspections, crucial for IVT and engine health. Year selection, go for 2021 plus for better reliability and features. Recall check, Venues have recalls for seat belts, fuel pumps, and more. Always verify with VIN. Set to score a used Hyundai Venue? Here's your roadmap. Skip 2020 models, higher rates of stalling and transmission woes. Require records, no maintenance history? Pass. Pre-purchase inspection, mechanics should scrutinize transmission, engine, and steering, especially over 50,000 miles. Confirm recalls, use VIN for seatbelt and other fixes. Test drive thoroughly, acceleration, brakes, noise, and tech, ensure it feels solid. Nail these and you'll have a fun, efficient Venue for the long haul. Thanks for tuning in. Like if this helped, subscribe and comment your Venue tales or queries below. See you next time. Nail these and you'll have a fun, efficient Venue for the long haul. Thanks for tuning in. Like if this helped, subscribe and comment your Venue tales or queries below. See you next time.